Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I want to start by thanking all you guys for your sweet, sweet, kind words and also your words of concern in my very last video. I was losing my voice because I had so many privates the day prior to that, and I had the lights like just blazing through my corneas. So I did look like tired and worn out, and I was to a degree. I mean, I was very upbeat and happy, but I was feeling some physical strains, and you guys were so beautiful. You noticed these little things that were apparent, and I really want to thank you for your kindness and your sweet words of concern. You're very, very sweet, and yeah, it's very touching, you guys. Thank you. So if you're noticing the same cards here, there's a reason for it. When Ian does all the work combining everything on the main computer, for him to photograph each card and have it come up and be the marker, that takes him hours apparently. So he asked me if I could use the same markers. So they're going to be the identifiers, but then you also have a second choice in terms of the ring. So I'm just using them in conjunction with one another to save time and be able to get the videos out faster to you too. So this is a great, great idea that just came to me because I was reading through some research this morning on people, what sort of is their touch phrase that brings them more joy, lifts them up, and all these things. There's different facets, words, and indicators that somebody is feeling at the top of their point, whether there's a weakness and all these things. So I just got this idea through looking some of my notes about how to bring more strong, sincere love into my life. Like when I woke up this morning, I had some of my Patreons just connect with me and tell me some silly stories about what was going on in their lives, and I thought it was so funny. Like, hello Haley, shout out. She just bought this new deck of cards, and her cat spilled coffee all over them. And we all know the struggle, right? As other readers or anybody who owns pets and things of value, pets can ruin our things. So through this connectedness, it just really brought me up, and I thought, well, how I sort of attract strong, sincere love, whether it's romantic or just friendships, into my life, is just really realizing that every moment of our lives have value, right? Everything, you know, when we have concern and real care for other people, we have sincere and strong bonds with them. So when they connect to us, we're so grateful. And it's really lovely. It just brought me a sense of like peace and bonding, and I felt happy, and a multitude of you guys had left me some messages, and it was just so sweet. So we're going to see how you can do that and how maybe that's occurring through Oracle and Tarot this morning. So we're going to start with number 1 is the Elephant Spirit, and that's the onyx ring. I love onyx. All those dark stones repel negative energy. Number 2 is going to be the Lion Spirit, and this is with citrine. Right here, that is the lucky stone and the money stone. Number 3 is going to be Frog Spirit with amethyst. And number 4 is Skunk Spirit with a beautiful, crazy blue aquamarine. So I'm going to let you make your choice. And Winter's probably going to come say hello because I already see her eyeballing the grid. She's already like, oh yeah, I'm in this to win this. So she'll probably be over there and say, hey, how can I make some things happen over there? Because that's my girl. She's not messing around. She wants things. Oh, I see what's going on. All right, I'm going to take a little sip of my iced tea. Get my voice rocking. I get so situated with everything and trying to situate the animals. I jump right into the read, and then I'm like, all right, let's make sure we have our voice on. Okay. So let's see, how can we bring more strong, sincere love into our lives and also keep it? That's a very important component as well, because we can draw stuff to us because we're in a happy place and we're balanced and we're ready to receive. But the thing is, we can attract those things, but the way to keep them is to stay our original selves. I read some articles about how women and men can sometimes sacrifice their true natures and who they are and their wants for the want of a relationship. And what happens with that is you lose a major component of the thing that drew that person to you in the first place, which was your independent, authentic nature that you were before them, right? like, say you had fun hobbies and interests and you like to hike and do this and go out with your girlfriends and you would share those funny stories and stuff. That was part of the flavor of your existence for them. So when you give up that and you think you have to sacrifice it for more time with them, it not only places more burdens on them because they think they have to carry that extra social time on their back and entertain you, but also that you're dismissing part of your essential self to become part of this singular unit, which you never have to do. In fact, it's funny, you'll find the more you get comfortable in your relationships, like I've been married 25 years, Ian and I have, some of our interests have merged, like biking and walking, and we go to the gym together now and all those things. But then you'll also have separate aspects of where you just are completely independent. Like I've never seen him pick up a paintbrush or a sketch pencil or anything like that. However, he can repair and build almost anything, which is really fascinating to me. Okay, so let's get going with the elephant spirit and the onyx ring. So we're going to start with some fun energy because I feel like any of these things in love and relationships, they do tend to attract some love and joy and sincere bonding with people. And this is about no scorekeeping, right? I cut ties with past conflicts and make my personal life a clean, shiny slate. Beginning this moment, everything is new. Where old grievances repeat itself in my head, I introduce it to my new head tenants. Tolerance and equanimity. Then I give it its stupid t-shirts and records and I tell it to leave. Right? I love that no scorekeeping. It's one of the most distracting, annoying things that can happen in a relationship. Well, remember when you did this, blah, 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 right? You stop listening to people when they behave like that. It's a childish endeavor. So you're not going to do that. So you're going to invite this piece of this lovely tranquility and perceptive attitude of what you're not going to feed into to keep yourself calm and happy. And then let's see what else you're going to be offered by your guides are going to bring you some encouragement. Whenever we behave towards our higher and best self, and Winter agrees with this because she's now going to lay on that, what happens is we then, hold on, I just want to make sure she's not going to slide. I have some things in some precarious areas. Yeah, when we always behave for our best, highest self, and our intentions are good, usually the results are also that way. It's just, it's the karmic law. It's the law of attraction. When we're good attracts good, balance attracts balance, tranquility, the same thing. She's actually sitting on the number of the cards. So let me see what we got going on here. 54. It's funny what some of my readers are like, we miss Winter. I'm like, oh, she'll be in the next read. And I knew the second I put certain crystals down, and she loves Edward. She's like, she has a rivalry with him because when I first got him, I always had him right near me because I was just always doing the Halloween reads, and she created this kind of weird competition with him, like, well, if you get to sit by that thing, I get to sit closer. Okay, so encouragement. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path. Keep going. Beautiful, right? When you realize that there's a support system all around you through people, places, things, spirits, and entities, you operate with a sense of sort of confidence and beautiful awareness of things. So when you're encouraged, like anybody in this world, they know that they're part of a tribe, that they're loved, and that they're included, and they become their best selves. It's just what it is, that unconditional love that we have for other human beings, right? I love that. Let's see what your next message is. The Lady of the Mirror. Oh, I love that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love these cards so much. This particular deck, I love it so much. It's Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And I just love the writing in it. It's very precise. It's very profound. It makes a lot of sense. It's in layman's terms. A lot of times, I understand really cosmic things that you have to read into, but I sometimes like for it to just be explicitly simple so we can understand, right? So this is lovely. It's about reflection and non-judgment, and that's one of my biggest things I try to center into when I wake up. Like if I see somebody just looking, wearing their pajamas out, dropping their kids off school, just looking a hot mess, driving crazy, giving people the finger, all aggravated, I try to go to the non-judgment phase of remembering what it's like to wake up late and try to rush your kids to school, and things happen, right? It's just a split second. It's just a moment. Everybody is allowed an off kilter moment because we all have it. Nobody likes to be rushed. We never know what happened to that person in the morning. So when we just don't attach any judgment to it, we sail through it with a lovely kind of beautiful serenity and tranquility, because really we could care less. They're having a moment. Let them have it. It's none of our business. And if they try to invite us into that chaos, we can simply decline. Thank you. I'm going to stay in the sane lane. I'm good. So the Lady of the Mirror is both ally and challenger, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events of your life. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions to you, or if you find yourself a victim in a big picture event, say war. This is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Rather than find yourself within the web woven throughout your life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and successes, observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present. Because that is an aspect how we really can bring strong and sincere love into our lives. That we're just, we're not judging ourselves, past perceived failures at, say, love, a marriage, a relationship. They're perceived failures because it always takes other people that in their involvement. It's circumstances. It can be any given thing at any given time, right? So we're not going to dwell on that as well. I find one of the best ways to invite this really strong, sincere love into our lives is by completely releasing the past. We don't live there anymore. We're not gauging who we are on that whatsoever, right? And then it frees us up as well, which is beautiful. And that's what we need to happen. We really need it to free us up and have that clarity of thought, because we're in the present and we're existing in the now. So I like this new idea. I just thought of this morning. I'm simply going to pull one tarot for the now and then a what's to come, because I like the exact present energy and then what's soon to follow. Because I do in private read, sometimes I do a that was then and this is now pick. So it's like a 2-card thing sometimes, because what happens is sometimes when we realize what's going on and we're aware of it, we can shift the energy and change it immediately. And that's what that was then and this is now is all about, right? That yes, when I thought this way or I was in a lower vibration, this occurred, but now I'm in a higher vibration, so this occurs. Okay, yeah. And usually a sword comes up in that was then. So this was almost like a paralytic moment where you thought too heavily on, well, oh my God, well, if this happened in the past, it's sure to happen again. It's one of those things where you give yourself like a freaking grand mal seizure over something that is no longer your reality. That was an old perception that actually just tied up all your natural inclinations for what's best for you. When we get in that headspace going round and round and round and round, woulda, shoulda, coulda, it can be like paralytic. So that was then, and that's where it was sort of blocking all these beautiful, sincere loves that were trying to come towards you. Because when we're in our head, there's no vacancy for new. There's no vacancy for open perception, higher perspective, right? So then we move into the this is now, which is a much better space, right? King of Swords instead of Ten of Swords. Instead of having the swords pin us to the ground and make us immobile, we're now of streamlined thought. We now have the courage of our convictions. We're thanking the universe for our beautiful life. We have strength, optimism, joy, confidence, and profound insights, because we're like, well, we are learning now. And that is a big, big step. This group, you are learning from the past, and you're like, that never got me anywhere. So why the hell would I hang on to that notion, behavior, or attitude, right? Release, and that's what you're doing. And that is beautiful, you guys. I love that. So you are moving on. You know what I mean? And then quickly, I just want to read the postcard for you. As you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are powerful and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. right? That was then and this is now. So you're on your way. You're getting that distinct thing that every moment of your life has value, so you're not going to waste it with any of these impure stalling thoughts. You just want momentum into forward locomotion, and that's beautiful. So that's you guys. Amazing. If you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also the notification bell, and also welcome to the channel as well. I'm very happy to have you here. The little arrow on the bottom right under the screen has all my links to everything Instantgo, my private reads, my Etsy store, and also come check out the Patreon page. We're doing like really fun things over there, and we're gonna have chat night this week. I'm resetting that up. I do fun little oracle reads for people. It's a beautiful community. Everybody is fantastic over there. You get to see the progress that we're making on the oracle cards. I've written some passages. I have to some pages that Jamie and some others have titled for me, and I'm going to put those up there, but the artwork's up there, and it's just a fun place. Come check us out. It's a really, really good time. So that's you guys. Amazing, you guys. Yeah, you are well on your way. I was told by Ian I'm not allowed to touch any of the cards until I'm completely done with them, because it screws with this whole process, and I'm not trying to stroke the man out. You know what I'm saying? I don't need him to get crazy. Look at this little thing. I love bells so much. And I never realized this before. I knew it, but I didn't know it. Like, I read the fact. It's just something I always did. I always loved bells, and I didn't realize that bells actually clear energy. Like, I just saged the room and all my cards, and then I blessed them. But they actually have, bells have a lovely component to them where they actually whoosh away all the negative, old, stale air, and they bring in fresh air. And I love them now in reads. I always used to use like silver and fire and things like that, but I love bells now too. So let's go on to Lion, and that's also your citrine right here. Beautiful. So let's see what's going on for you guys. How are you able to bring in strong, sincere love into your life? Look at this. We got a lot of strength here going on. So let's see what's going on with that. It's funny, when I get a lot of books rocking at once, I'll pick up one of the books that go with it, because I haven't memorized everything. I just received these. This one is the Enchanted map. I love that. There's nothing by Colette Baron Reed that I don't love. Her writing is really, really beautiful, and the Enchanted map is so beautiful. So let's see what's going on. Strength. Your true strength comes from your true strength comes from not self-reliance alone, but since faith. Oh my God, this is tiny, like tiny writing. So let me begin again. Your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. Absolutely. When I wake up, my first mention is to Archangel Michael, and I thank her for the fact that, hey, I'm up and breathing. Thanks for Winter sitting on my face, because she always does come up and kiss me in the morning. It's very cute. Thank her for my family, their health, the fact that I have a car to bring my son and daughter where they need to go. Just everything. I start a lovely list, and usually when I'm doing that in the car as well, if I'm thanking for just some cute interaction with something that just happened, a bird will come into my sight as a second reminder that our guides and angels are always with us, especially when we call upon them, right? Yeah, higher faith will get us through some really tough times. The strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. I'm going to stop for one moment just to share this with you. Right before I began this read, I got up at the crack of dawn like I always do, and my mind was, of course, going a little too fast for me, and Ian was trying to stipulate all these things that he wanted how the read to go so it would simplify it for him, and this and that, and I actually started to get dizzy and tired, and I wasn't going to do any reads at all until later, until I'd rested. The second I started the read and handling the cards and channeling, I feel entirely different. I feel like a new person. I feel like like it's almost like I had a green smoothie, an hour's rest, all those things, because when I'm left to my own devices with my higher power, everything is streamlined and simplified. It's not work. It comes with such ease, these messages to me, because my higher powers are so aligned beautifully when you ask them for the information that you need, and just do that, because I'm telling you, it's always available. So no matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections become more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have the courage to dive in, for magic There is magic in the process of finding its form to take when you remember the real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and your reliance on a higher power working through you. Everything is possible. You can do anything now. And it's very true. And when you say that over and over to yourself, it does not take long for that to become your actuality. I'm serious. As soon as I wake up and I tap into this, I feel renewed, invigorated, and super healthy. It's very bizarre. It's like it's almost inexplicable. But the crazy, wonderful thing is it happens on a daily basis, which is really, really wonderful. I mean, I wake up really and I'm like, oh, I'm going to need a nap within an hour or whatever. And then I will start to handle my cards, talk to my guides, think of you lovely people, and bam. It's like Shazam, I just woke up. It's very, it's lovely. These have a different sort of numbering system. Let me see something. So this is the map 2. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, we'll do that one. There's a reason for that. I always feel now too, there's a reason for everything. I'm noticing that. If you say or do something, don't second guess it. There's a reason we reach for certain things, right? Or we say certain things. There really is, especially if we go on autopilot, I feel like we're directed. So the Wizard of Awareness says your soul knows. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. So mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, step into the observer position. It will give you a new powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. Very, very true, because our ego will constantly talk at us and try to get us to do bigger, better, more. And it really actually just pushes us and it sets us off balance. So when we go, okay, remove the ego, I want to listen to my soul's voice. That's what actually puts you into the place and the capacity to see things clear, right? You're not encumbered by desire and you're not encumbered by opinion. Or your stupid ego who always tries to edge God out. E.g., oh, I love that so much. Colbert Reed is a genius to have come up with that. It's true. It's always trying to push you away from your soul's voice, which is the calm one, right? It's lovely. And I love this too because it's funny. I used to always say this, and she uses almost the exact same words. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense of nothing happens to you that is personal, right? People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another. They're always shifting and changing no matter how much you want things to stay the same anyway. So when you wear it loosely, you don't become transfixed or in a straitjacket over things, right? Because you're willing to release it. Goodbye. Very good. Just releasing it. I love that. I love that so, so much. So let's see next what's going on in terms of your fun time. I'm trying to keep things organized. This is your fun thing because we're trying to invite all the strong, sincere love into our life. And part of that is through a little bit of silliness, right? And this is the open-heartedness. I know that life and the people living it can be an absolute bummer sometimes, but I promise not to let unhappy chapters make me jaded. If I let negative experiences turn me sour, then the jerks win. So I'll move on with an open and hopeful heart. If only because I hate losing to jerks. I'm going to share this one thing with you this morning, and I wasn't going to because I don't like to give power to anybody that is just attention seeking. But I had a really mean comment when I first woke up that somebody was like, if I need to see a middle-aged woman giving me advice in a crown, blah, 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 like really hateful and terrible. And then I looked closely at her picture, and it's one of those people where everything is based on image or whatever. And it was kind of like, at first I thought, oh, well, that's so mean-spirited and crazy. And then I started to laugh because I thought the time it took her to type out all this mean, hateful stuff, I was like, she could have been watching a self-help video. But again, it's like, I don't like to label people losers, jerks, and this and that. But I do like to see when people are I do like to say when people are very unhappy, man, do they lash out, and they do it in really like ridiculous ways. I'm lucky because I'm pretty much untouchable in that format. Stuff like that just bounces right off me. I'm not affected whatsoever because I see people that go through that. They have a hateful existence and they bring hate and unfortunate circumstances upon themselves because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy when it comes to law of attraction. So they bring these things onto themselves, but it is terrible. And now I feel bad for other readers because it's a rarity that happens, but I've had other readers come on and be like in such a huff and go, if you guys want to say this and that and that, and they get really upset. But I can see why it could be like really annoying, especially if it happened a lot, because detractors are one thing, but people that are just childish and ridiculous are another one, are another thing. So I'm just going to let you guys know there, if you are those little basement dwellers that just go in there and troll, don't bother with me, because the second I see this, the first word that's any kind of like hate or spiteful thing, I just delete it. I don't give it my time, my energy, and I don't give a shit. So don't bother, seriously. And you guys have that too, because there are people out there that are just want to be offensive for the sake of it. Just release them, you know what I mean? So I want to let you guys know your 2 cents from heaven too. As you think, so you will experience life. Is this the one? Yes. Thoughts that are powerful, and they need minding. So let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you, or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when we're connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth that is essentially is all is well. Absolutely. And that is what it is, because we revel in our thoughts. If we're going to hang out there and be influenced by our thoughts, let's make it the best story about us possible, right? We're going to have a great day. We're going to have delicious coffee. We're going to meet good friends. We're going to have fun at our job. We're going to be a beacon of light. We're going to be sincere. We are going to attract sincere and strong relationships. We're going to be tranquil and perceptive, all those things. Those are the words you want to tell yourself. Those are the experiences you want to have. So that's you guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and I see a lot of strength in you coming through. So you're going to be attracting the right frequency people and tribe members. So that's you guys. If you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Also, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate you guys coming on board and watching one of my videos. All my links are directly down below for private reads, for my Patreon page, for my Etsy store, for anything. If you wish to make a donation, anything that you'd like, everything is down below. And if you have any kind of problem, which some people do, they can't find the links, just email me or write in the comments, and I'll find out, because I honestly read every single comment, and so far I've been able to keep up with every single one and answer any of your questions, because I love you guys. You're the reason I'm here. You're the reason I have a great life now. I get to interact with you, and it's bringing my energy up. My whole family is thriving now because of it. We're eating extremely well. We're all going to the gym together, and this is ever since I've taken this mantle of what I do now on, because I want to raise my game in every aspect and have my family flourish, have the viewers flourish. You guys are making breakthroughs, and you're phenomenal. So I really appreciate you guys. And that's you. Look at you with your lion spirit. You're just doing it. Doing it, doing it, doing it. Yeah. Woo. Next is frog spirit. I want to show you how cute this is. It's so funny. Look at it. It's a little, and she has little gold feet underneath. I can't even take it. I'm so excited. I love Christmas. I'm going to be ridiculous. So let's see what's going on with you gorgeous frog spirits and what energy is going to help you. That's also the amethyst ring, you guys. So you have the High Lady of Love and Compassion. It's about reverence, kindness, and consideration. Yes, kindness and consideration. That's the first order of the day when you go anywhere. Where did I go yesterday with my son? Oh, yeah, we went out to this beautiful diner, this Greek diner after school, and the lady was so lovely there. And I left my, I'm a crazy good tipper. I don't care. I'm always going to leave a bundle for these people, because I've been a waitress. I know what it's like. Any ready cash I have on is left on your table. And she was lovely. And Hagen loves to go out to eat, because we don't touch our phones, and we talk and talk and talk, and it's lovely. He knows he gets my full attention, and we just have a great time. So yeah, when you just have a little consideration for other people and their needs, life is really great. So when the High Lady of Love and Compassion chooses to be your ally, she brings you a deep and meaningful message. She reminds you that only love is real, right? It is the sole, unconditional, and true power behind all means of manifesting out of the unseen into the material. Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion, generosity of heart, reverence, respect, and empathy for all living things. And they will bring you profound power to your life of happiness and contentment. Absolutely. That's the soul core of pretty much everything. So whenever I see myself acting out of maybe haste or worry, mostly whenever I get off kilter, it's time constraints, and then I have to start with you have all the time in the world, and I have love and compassion for myself. Why am I trying to give more than I have at that moment. I ask myself, then I sit back, I rest, and I relax. Usually it's other people pushing us, you know what I mean, in their agendas. Like I have a team of people sometimes and they help me, but they want what they want. And I realize, and when I begin to realize that, I slow my roll and I say, well, that's fine, but this is a group effort, and this is how we're going to do things. And the cat has knocked every single ring on the floor, soccer ball style. Winter, go get that. You're going to make mommy sad. I'm going to have to throw her. Here, come get your funny hat. Get that funny hat. She really is. Cats just rule this house. It's nuts. Haley, this one's for you. Since you got coffee all over your cards, I just have rings all over the floor now. Please lay down, honey bear. Please lay down and be a good girl. Okay, so that's that one. And let's see what's going on for you guys out in the... Stop it. What angel is trying to deliver you a message right now for this? This is the angel of strength. Ooh, I love these angel cards. I always feel like when I read about angels, I get connected to them. I just feel better. I just feel a sense of lovely, I want to make sure this is the right book too. Just a lovely sense of balance and joy. It's funny because she kicked a lot of the books over. I have to have the right corresponding book because I love the messages, and I feel like the authors know exactly what they're talking about with their corresponding cards. So the angel of strength is about personal power and inner strength. This amazing angel brings news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. Absolutely. Like a lot of my clients are saying, you know, they can have difficulties with workmates, family members, this and that. But whenever I feel that there's too much rivalry, power struggles, or jockeying for position, I always call him my angel of strength because I can see injustice. I can see right through lies and injustice. So I just want to be able to operate on the most equal median I can to come to a nice conclusion. So the angels of strength will always help us and bring us that increasing power that we need to balance this out. Because sometimes you have to be more alpha than the most alpha, because sometimes that's a bullying aspect when they just get loud, proud, and in your face. So if you come at it, you never have to raise your voice. I'm telling you, the second you raise your voice is where you lose your power, right? You never have to exert yourself to let them know that you're in charge of the whole situation, okay? So you're capable of taking great control and directing your own destiny. It reaches beyond the universe in that. Your inner strength is unlimited, resourceful flow that comes through you at this time. So remember that. Just call upon this wonderful angel, right, in your own inner resourcefulness, and it'll bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary. And lots of times, and comment down below if sometimes you found this strength to help somebody else before you could help yourself, right? I knew that when I was younger. Like, I could turn into a freaking massive pillar of strength for other people to defend the weaker or the underdog, but I wouldn't necessarily always speak up for myself and defend myself. But that's where the sort of notion begins in your head. Hey, if you can do it for others, you can certainly do it for yourself, right? And that lets other people know, hey, I have firm boundaries, and I'm not going to put up with any silliness or garbage. But I am going to put up with my best self on a magic carpet ride, because everybody needs, and I don't know if this is an anteater or a beaver in underwear or what the hell's happening, but it's your best self. So I trust when I'm doing what's best for me and being the happiest version of myself, all sorts of relationships will appear in my life. That means I can let go of all my worries about the future, knowing that my only job is to be happy in this moment. Beautiful, right? And then it says, lovely. So let me see, and I'm going to do something for you that I forgot in the second group, but there was a reason I did forget. So you guys don't go nuts in the second group if you're watching the whole thing that I forgot your 2 tarot. I do a thing now that's called That Was Then and This Is Now, or yeah, and that just means this was a behavior you had in the past, and usually it's one that doesn't serve us, and now why we let that go. It's the energy, the pertaining energy of that. And it's quite fascinating because what happens is lots of times we will have an ick moment, you know what I mean, where there's conflict, there's annoyance and stuff like that. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's always a conflict in the past. That's what we're overcoming, and we always have it, right? Five of Wands. That's always defending your ground and conflict, and other people sort of, that's again, it's a jockeying for position. I have to be right. I have to do this. Blah, blah. It's fire, it's passion behind it. Again, wanting to lead, wanting the last word, all those things, feeling like you have to defend what you're saying or who you are. But now, that was then and this is now. This is the energy you come into when you strive for your best self, when you strive to bring strong, sincere love into your life. The Ace of Pentacles. You come in with a tranquility and a gift from the universe that says, here are opportunities now. Here are opportunities for abundance, whatever you claim to be your abundance, whether it's money, love, family, all of the above, right? A recognition, creativity, all those things. That's what gets ushered into you because you've left any of that lower vibration of having to argue for a lovely, tranquil place in the sun that then opens your heart, your mind, all your chakras, your chi begins to flow, your cheesy Cheetos begin to flow, whatever, crunchy munchies, go for it. Look at the squirrel. He's like, what's this shield and coin over here? Very nice. I love squirrels so much because they are the most tenacious little bastards in the history of the world. They will get that food that you put out there regardless how high or out of the way it is. They're just something else, you know what I mean? So that's you guys, beautiful. Yeah, releasing all that animosity and that competitiveness. It doesn't serve anything but our ego, and our ego is endless and bottomless and annoying, and it does edge God out, and it is a pain in the ass, and we don't need it. So let's put it to sleep so we can get our pentacles and make our panicles and meet our friends and have an open heart and have a good time. And right now I just had a massive tense feeling in my right shoulder, like it almost seized up. So that's another thing. When we overburden ourselves, we get tenseness in our shoulders. That's stress related to things we feel we have yet to accomplish. So again, why the tight time frame? Give yourself all the time in the world, then it happens even more swiftly, for sure. So that's you guys, a love and light. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to press like and subscribe. And there's a little bell down there for notifications for the new videos. My little gray arrow in the bottom half of this video leads down to all my links for private reads, for Instantgo if you want a quick one or two question read right on Instantgo. I do it usually within the hour. It makes a little noise and I get right on that because a lot of people like that before they're going on dates or going to a job interview, stuff like that. I can work you through all those little niggling doubts and just to have you go in there and be a powerhouse. And then my Etsy store, anything you guys could possibly want, come check out the Patreon page. It's so cool now. We have artwork up. We have all kinds of fun stuff going on, and I'm really reveling in how it's excelling and the beautiful members on there. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are so lovely. Okay, so that's you guys, amazing. So now we're going to go on to Skunk Spirit, this beautiful, insane blue topaz. It's like, it's an aquamarine, like blue topaz. Well, I'm tired of trying to figure out these stones. I believe this is it's a blue topaz. I'm like, I have aquamarine on the brain. If I work with certain stones for a long time, like I can't erase them from my psyche for a while. So this is Skunk Spirit. That's Dara Doe Spirit. Hey, you guys, I want to give a shout out to Dara Doe too. If you guys want to go see a really cool person, I want to give a shout out to two channels that are amazing. Hops Tarot, Hops Tarot. This guy should have 1 million viewers. He travels all over the place. He documents it. He is really plugged into source. This guy knows what he's talking about. He is really a magical person and he's lovely. You guys will adore him. Go see him. Hops Tarot. Also Dara Doe, Daradoe. She's fantastic. She has a very unique, awesome channel. Love her. Very free, strong spirit. Talk about someone who's just released from any constraints of what she thinks has to be. She just lets it flow. You know what I mean? That things just come to her. She has a very amazing gift that she just speaks from the heart. She's super perceptive. Super enthusiastic about life. Go check her out. She's amazing. Okay, so that's you guys. Again, thank you. Last group. We're now on Skunk group. I'm sorry, I get a little distracted. I watched the other cat like about to pounce and I get so nervous. I'm like, please don't do that. So this group, nice. The Angel of Love. Here she comes to bring in strong, sincere love to you. That's very nice. So let's see what that is all about. The blue book is number 49. Whew. Yeah, I don't even, sometimes I don't, you ever wake up and you don't even know the day of the week? I have to ask my family that, and they're like, how can you not know? I'm like, sometimes I'm serious. I'll skip an entire, week of dates, and I'll be like, how the hell can it be in the 20s when it was just in the teens? They're like, well, that's how time works, Mom. And I'm like, thanks. Seriously, I am not about the days of the weeks, I swear, because I could wake up and be like, well, it's Christmas, because yesterday was 2018, and I like the numerics of that, and so I was aware of that, but I tell you, I could give a toss the day of the week. So this is about tender connections. This beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart radiating tender, loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with somebody already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Very, very cool. I want to say this too. If group 2 is watching this as well and they're wondering where their 2 extra tarot is, I'm going to tack that on to the end for you guys, because or I might have Ian superimpose it back onto it, because I do want you guys to have that was then and this is now part of your thing. I just remembered that. So yeah, tender connections. Don't you sometimes just have the most lovely connections with somebody that you don't even know, right? At a store or on social media, somebody will just say the most thoughtful, beautiful thing, and you're like, wow, that's strikingly beautiful, right? And carry that with you and have that be something lovely, because your next card is harmony. Woo! So this is about saying, I know in my heart that when something is right, it feels easy and breezy, right? Even though it sounds cheesy. With this in mind, I banish all stress, insecurity, and tedious work from my relationships. Absolutely. You ever know when you're going to meet that one friend and you get that, oh God, she's going to want this, she's going to say this. Like, we already get the bitch fest going in our head. If that happens, remove yourself from this space of this person, because it doesn't behoove you to remain in relationships where you expect a drain, right? Or is it just yourself because it's an old pattern that was maybe in place and you're just replaying that in your head, right? So we don't want any tedious stuff or stressful in our relationships. So you can invite harmonious relationships into your life and let them show up in their own time. Easy breezy things are rarely punctual. Oh, I love that. Winter, look up and say hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Hello, Z's. She's saying hello to you guys. She missed you. I've been having my reads on the higher table, and when Ian's around, she's fearful of the camera, but she actually loves it, and she loves the tarot cards, and she likes to say hi to you guys. She's my silly, silly Billy. Okay, I had one person like that went off about the cat. Like, she had jumped up there, and she was going nuts, this person going, how distracting to have an animal in the read. And I was like, honey, we roll with our felines up in here. I was like, take it easy. So let's see what's next. Come on, sweetie, we're going to do a read a card. You can come over here. She wants to be with Emma Jean. Go on, good girl. Okay, so next, let's see what's going on. We have, go on, get Edward. Come on. Into the unknown. I'll get her to play soccer with the ring. She's already pushed every ring onto the floor. Go on, go play. Good girl. So into the unknown. Let's see what's going on with that. Yeah, it was so funny. I had rings on there. She pushed one off, she pushed the second one off, and then she pushed the third one off. I love this. Don't you love the artwork in that? It reminds me of the Venice costume balls, the beautiful costume balls they have there. And that's something that's on my bucket list. I have a funny connection with Versailles, with Venice, all these very theatrical places, and I feel such a pull to that. When I see certain things, I'm like, whoa, wow, like I have like a weird cosmic connection, and I'm like, boom. All right, let me find the corresponding thing with that. She just distracted me. Love this. And these cards come from the Enchanted map, and they're so beautiful. The writing is beautiful. The artwork is extremely beautiful. It's very dreamy and lovely. All right, so let's see what's going on with this. I'm going to take a little sip of my iced tea. All right, into the unknown. Trust and all will be revealed. Life's an adventure, and often new opportunities will arise that you won't know how to deal with. This is one of those times. You're required to trust that this new phase will reveal wonders and miracles as you step into unknown territory. Imagine that you are not only a pathfinder, but a path maker. Whatever your inquiry, trust that you'll be safe. Stay aware as you discover new and marvelous territories and valuable treasures. I love that. Yeah, you ever try to chart out your day and be like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and that. But your patterns will start to go back into your subconscious and try to reveal a path that you've already traveled, right? It's that comfort zone thing. Go out of your way to do something just a little different each day, and you'll find you revel in that new experience, that new path. Like, I love when newness comes in. That's why yesterday I was like, let's go to this diner together. I've never had lunch with my son in a place, in that particular place, and each experience is so wonderful. So let's see, the cosmos is talking about creativity and vastness right now for you. So yeah, just that little nuance, that little memory that's formed, right? Who wants to have the same old all the time? We definitely want to experience new, fun experiences, right? Let's see what this has to say. This is my book. The book that is missing, of course. Oh, here it is. Yay, I love this so much. And this is the cosmos. I need the number. Give me that tail. Who's got that tail? 41. This is when she starts to drive me crazy. Okay, so 41. Do 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 do. I get up at 5:30 and then I'm like, right now, whilst I'm taping, it's, I don't know, like 10 or something in the morning. That's when I start to like space out. I like it though. I feel like when I'm settled and more sedate, my cadence of speech slows down. So people that don't speak English as their first language, they actually like when I speak slower, and I do feel like it's a little easier to absorb too. I love readers that have a lot of enthusiasm, but when they talk very, very quick, I kind of get a little tense or anxious, you know what I mean? I prefer a slower voice. So the cosmos appears always as an ally and never as a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all life is creative and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vast energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set, in fact, is contagious with the power to influence others. We're entangled in our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others from individual level to a global one, right? You ever just think of somebody and boom, they're on Instagram or something talking to you. You think about something going on in the world, boom, you put on, it's on the news. We all are connected, and that's one of the things I try to remind myself most heartily when I'm in a public place, that my mood is very contagious. I know it is to my family. If I am upset about something, my whole family is like in shock because they do not like that energy that comes from me. If I have a strong swing in the opposite direction, like I've just let something pile up and I've let it hit a wall, my whole family just goes quiet because I have that powerfulness about me that they don't want that whatever is going to erupt. And most of us have that. And you'll see that when you come in a room, when you're joyful, light, ebullient, other people are affected by that emotional tidal wave of transference. So as long as we're aware that we do carry an energy with us and it does travel globally, right? Like, I got so stoked when I saw Orlando Bloom at the UN. I was like, I love him so much and I love his charitable work. And it was like, all of a sudden, I just felt like a heart swell of happiness that someone who could be, you know, just hanging out on their surfboard 24/7 is out promoting goodwill and good works in the world, for sure. So now we're going to do your that was then and this is now tarot read. Now what that is, it's a 2-card pick, and it's about that was then, that means an energy that you used to carry and then where you are now. So let me give them a shuffle, and that can be about where you were and the new energy that you're moving into when you put hearty thought into the fact that you want strong and sincere love into your life. So let me remove these for you. Okay. Wow, so Hangman. So you are in a standstill pattern of, I'm feeling indecision about something. Right now, I feel like this group, you had some indecision about something, whether to move, whether to change your job. I'm hearing very heavily about a job change, and you're not happy at your current job. You don't feel like you're getting the value that you deserve or the recognition you deserve. Also in a relationship, I feel like some of you are in a holding pattern, or were, and you were thinking, this person does not respect me, my boundaries and things enough to make me want to remain here. And then you get the This Is Now card. Beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. The Sun, you're coming into your own sense of worthiness. You realize your worth. You're like, I am a strong, sensitive, beautiful soul. I need someone to cherish me, love me, and listen to me. So I feel like quite a few of you don't feel like you were listened to appropriately, that you were always the listener, you were always the caretaker, you were always covering for other people at work. You were the one that would come in when everybody else would call in. You would stick it out. You would go above and beyond, but you weren't getting recognition for it. So now you're like, everybody listen up. This is a game changer here. I know who I am. I know I'm valuable and that I am worthwhile. And the energy that I put into things is wholehearted, solid, and pure. So why was I receiving this sort of You know why? Because you were surrounded by ego-based people that thought they had to compete with you, thought they had to put you down to elevate themselves, other things, and you're now realizing this. And you're not going to put up with it anymore because you're realizing, oh my God, it's such an energy drain. I don't need that. I have boundless love. That's the thing. Most of the time it is the givers, the lovers, the sweethearts, the deep thinkers, the romantic people. They get trampled on. They just do, because they're able to take it. They are the secret warriors. But then when enough is enough, they go, ta-da, guess what? We got a new game plan, people. Boundless love. Today I'll open my eyes a little wider and walk a little taller, noticing that the world around me is filled with tiny miracles. With this in mind, it's easy to fall in love over and over again, with everything from honeybees to neon signs. And while I'm feeling inspired in this love, everything else sort of falls into place. Absolutely. And the sun is shining on you, and I feel like you have so many divine possibilities and opportunities. This group, big opportunities, because now you are more tranquil and perceptive of what's going on around you, and the little things don't bother you, and you don't feel like you have to stay in place and work through it anymore, because you're having that epiphany. You're like, whoa, damn, I had the power in me all the time, that I realize I am limitless and that opportunities abound, and I never have to stay in the same place, and I never have to settle. Hell to the no with that. No settling ever. You guys are moving into your power. Beautiful, beautiful. And to help you manifest your life for the highest good, examine your deepest desires, okay? Really imagine them all, no matter how big, whatever. Like magic seed pots and that you've planted, they have infinite potential. So really look closely at each one and bring attention to them in your mind so you can let them grow. And just throw it to the wind and let it blow around and start to just become, because you are worthy of them and they are on the way, which is amazing. That's what this is, you guys. Oh, she just bit me. Oh, she play bit me. She wants that card. I know she wants attention because there was like a hullabaloo going on with all the other cats, and she feels like she wants to sit on my lap, and I have books on my lap, and so she's getting testy. She's funny. She's like a person too. I'll talk to her and she'll stop in her tracks and look at me like she is one of my ancestors in cat form, and she is not playing. Bitch is not playing. She's in the sun, and neither are you guys. Beautiful. Woo! So that is you guys. Wonderful, wonderful energy, you guys. I love it. Yeah, you're stepping into your power, and you're a unique individual, and you know this, and you know that you have so much to offer, and you're not putting up with shit anymore. You're just stepping through that. You're like, through a glass darkly. Ta-da! Amazing, amazing. And I keep hearing the names Mary and Brian and S's. I hear Sharon and Sheila's and all that. So comment below if your name is Mary. I like hear Mary like in stereo, guys. So yeah, that's new. So that's you. That's new, and that's you. That's a new improved you. So if you are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. If you need a private read, an Instantgo read, anything, you can contact me at any time. If you have some kind of like sticky situation, go through my email. I'm also on Instantgo. You can have a quick answer like within the hour. I get right back to you because I have a identifier on my phone. Come see us on the Patreon page. It's so much fun, and I thank you guys for your donations over there. You help keep the channel going. You help keep me in cards, man. It's very exciting. You keep my baby in her cat food. So love and light to you guys. This has been my pleasure to do this read. I was just inspired this morning and I was like, let's do this. It's wonderful. Yay. So again, if you guys are on the second group and I had not gotten to your That Was Then and This Is Now 2 tarot read, I want to do that for you. I'll put a little marking on the front of that. I'll have Ian actually put that in. So let's see. That Was Then and This Is Now is where you were just a short while ago and where you are now. So it's sort of what you wanted to achieve and then what you are achieving, okay? So let me just give these a good shuffle. Okay. It's funny, all of these have worked out so synchronistic. So Six of Swords, this is you just wanting to get to that better place, get to that higher ground, get to that nirvana. You did the work, and you were waiting and waiting, and you're like, when can I be released from this bit of, like, I hear purgatory. I feel like some of you felt suppressed and subdued and overlooked. And then look at this. Then you come into the High Priestess, the understanding that you are soulfully connected to the divine, that answers are out there, that people will provide the answers for you. People, places, and things, light workers, readers, angels. If you ask for their help at any given time, they will come with you. And there's a particular one, like, I love when I'm in my car, when I wake up, I ask for Irene. She is peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. She is the goddess of peace. You just give your cares and your worries to heaven. You pray, you meditate, engage in peace-enhancing activities like massage, naps, music, playfulness, anything like that. And you realize you're released from this heavy thought of always having to feel like you have to get to a better place, get to a higher ground. You're released and you realize, wow, in just a second you can be there, right? Look at this little baby look at that baby in a manger. Is that baby Jesus? What's happening? Oh, little baby. Yeah, that you're protected, that all angels see you as this beautiful young entity that they're going to care for, right? And you are. You're reaching a place of peace and balance. So that's you guys, and that is beautiful. Hooray, I'm so excited. Everybody is just, wow, elevating at a severely crazy rate, and I love it so much. So that's you guys. Love and light. We will talk soon. Have a great day.